asked my wife as I was coming down whether she could think of a joke. She said, if they look at the top of your head, they'll laugh.
This is a day of affirmation, a celebration of liberty. We stand here in the name of freedom. At the heart of that Western freedom and democracy is the belief that the individual man, the child of God, is the touchstone of value, and all society, all groups and states exist for that person's benefit. Mayor Yorty has just sent me a message that we've been here too long already. So, my thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there. Thank you very much.
A heated U.S. presidential campaign, this one 40 years ago. The candidate, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, brother of the assassinated President John F. Kennedy. Now, it was early June 1968, and Bobby Kennedy had just won the California Democratic primary. An impressive victory, but Kennedy still was far from securing his party's nomination. As RFK told a reporter that night, we'll just have to struggle for it. But only moments after these pictures were captured in a Los Angeles hotel ballroom, Kennedy and 5 bystanders were shot as the senator passed through a narrow kitchen pantry just off the ballroom. The young presidential candidate died the next day. A 24-year-old Jordanian, Sirhan, was arrested for the crime, having been captured in the pantry immediately after firing an Ivor Johnson cadet revolver. Today, Sirhan is serving a life sentence for the assassination. But now, 2 forensic experts say that there's new evidence that casts serious doubt on whether Sirhan was guilty of the Kennedy murder. So what has led you to conclude that there was someone other than Sirhan who was shooting at Robert Kennedy?
Yes, we've concluded that Sirhan not only did not shoot Senator Kennedy, but could not have shot Senator Kennedy. And the reason for that is Sirhan was never in a position where he could shoot Senator Kennedy from behind. And Senator Kennedy was shot 4 times from behind. 3 of the bullets entered his body, and 1 went through his suit coat at the right upper seam. In addition to that, 5 other victims were shot, and no single bullet hit more than 1 person. Therefore, there were 9 bullets into people that had to be accounted for. And that was the minimum amount of bullets. Sirhan's gun only held 8 bullets. As a result, there was a question from the very beginning, how was that possible to get 9 shots out of an 8-shot revolver? And of course, that was never answered by the investigating officers.
Philip Van Praag, you've reanalyzed a poor quality audio recording of the killing of Robert Kennedy. What did you find?
Well, there were 13 shot sounds that I found on that recording. Up to the point where the screams just totally overrode all of the other audio, and it would have been impossible to recover any shot sounds beyond that point. So the discovery of 13 shot sounds in and of itself establishes a second gun from the standpoint of Sirhan's capacity being only 8 shots.
When the music's over, when the music's over, yeah. When the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. When the music's over, when the music's over, when the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. Well, the music is your special friend. Dance on fires, it intends. Music is your only friend. Until the end, until the end, until the cancel my subscription to the resurrection. Send my credentials to the house of detention. I got some friends inside. The face in the mirror won't stop. The girl in the window won't drop. A feast of friends, alive she cried, waiting for me outside. Before I sing into the big sleep. I want you here. I want you here. The scream of the butterfly. Come back, baby, back into my arms. We're getting tired of hanging around. Waiting around with our heads to the ground. I hear a very gentle sound. Very near yet very far, very soft yet very clear. Come today, come today. What have they done to the earth? What have they done to our fair sister? Ravaged and plundered and ripped her and bit her. Stuck her with knives in the side of the dawn and tied her with fences and dragged her down. I hear a very gentle sound. With your ear down to the ground. We want the world and we want it. We want the world and we want it. Now. Now.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible? Is that possible? It could. Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen? It is possible. He has. Not only Senator Kennedy. Oh, my God. Senator Kennedy has been shot. And another man, a Kennedy campaign manager, and possibly shot in the head. I am right here. Rafer Johnson has a hold of a man who apparently has fired the shot. That's it, Rafer. Get it. Get the gun, Rafer. Okay, now hold on to the guy. Hold on to him. Hold on to him, ladies and gentlemen. Hold him. Hold him. We don't want another Oswald. Hold him, Raper. We don't want another Oswald. Hold him, Raper. Keep people away from him. Keep people away from him. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And people were kept away from him, and the police have him in custody.
That is the way he lived, and that is what he leaves us. My brother need not be idealized or enlarged in death beyond what he was in life. To be remembered simply as a good and decent man who saw wrong and tried to right it, saw suffering and tried to heal it, saw war and tried to stop it.
So when the music's over, when the music's over, yeah. When the music's over, turn up the lights, turn up the lights, turn up the lights. What the music is your special friend. Dance on fires, Indian tents. Music is your only friend. Till the end, until the end, until the end.
Hotel Los Angeles on June 5th, 1968, headquarters for the Robert Kennedy for President campaign. Victorious in the crucial California primary, Kennedy addresses an enthusiastic crowd in one of the hotel's ballrooms.
My thanks to all of you, and now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there.
As he turned and went by me, he turned to the right toward the kitchen.
When he did come through, lots of television cameras and stuff, and we were going into a press conference.
He was shaking hands with the two busboys, talking with them, and it was at that time that the shots started.
Major D reported that Senator Kennedy had been shot.
He's been shot?
That's right.
I just heard this crackling noise and was shaking violently, and I thought I was being electrocuted. That was my impression.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Is that possible? Is that possible?
I saw him laying on the ground, and I knew that he wasn't going to live.
Everybody else, just please stay back. Just a doctor, come right here.
25 and a half hours after he is shot at 1:44 a.m. on June 6, Robert Kennedy dies. Immediately following the shooting, there is little doubt in anyone's mind that 24-year-old Sirhan B. Sirhan, using an 8-shot, .22 caliber revolver, was the one who killed Kennedy and wounded 5 others. There were 77 people in the pantry that night, witnesses. He was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death. An open and shut case. Or was it? Greg Stone has spent over a decade looking into the Kennedy assassination. He is one of a number calling for a reinvestigation of the case. A call based on seeming inconsistencies in the physical evidence and on a belief that the original investigation is flawed. A belief that is remarkably shared by former LAPD Sergeant Paul Sharaga, the first police officer on the scene the night of the shooting. When asked if he thinks there has been a cover-up inside the LAPD,
I would have to come to that conclusion.
If there is a cover-up, the question is why? To hide a conspiracy or to conceal slipshod police work? Who really shot Bobby? A much simpler question 20 years ago.
And I don't think we have to accept the idea that the stain of bloodshed is going to be ever